I'm not just a bot. Like we can have bots now. I don't have to be the bot. I can go be this creative force in the universe, the artist or the human in any of these, applications. They're the director, they're the guide, the inspiration, they're the vision part of the project, right? And that's where human creativity still has an advantage, right? Because it's directed creativity. As where like with an AI, it needs a mission, right? It's very efficient at creating once it knows what you want it to create. And so if I'm an artist, and maybe I have a vision of something that I want to create, but I don't have maybe the skill set to paint it with a brush, or I don't have the words to articulate it in a post, but I know what I want to say. AI is a way where it's like it can enhance the thought. If I can give AI in the proper inputs, right? If I can give it the right prompt and the right source material for reference, and I can give it the right guidelines to stay within, it can more or less shoot out what I want. And then I can either go and edit it. I could try again, regenerate it, using now this new one as a reference point, so that I'm constantly dialing it in, right? Like that's one way to go. Or for people like myself, the way I use it is sometimes my problem, and a lot of other writers have this problem, right? Where it's like you almost have too many ideas and it's hard to get any of them out. So what I'll do is I'll have the AI write me 30 different first drafts. And then I'll take bits and pieces of each of those drafts, throw them all into a single draft, and I'll go rewrite the whole thing myself anyway. But it gives me a starting point, so I get to serve as an editor for that. Again, at different points, it's still the human that's directing the process. It's just the AI is shortening the output time by by a power of 100 or something, or 1,000 in some cases, because it can generate thousands of pages in minutes. If you're talking about writing, if you're talking about video or things like that, it takes a little longer, but still compared to a human, it's just, so even if it's not all good, you're still starting so much further ahead, so much faster than you normally would. And that's such a huge advantage, especially if you're an independent artist or builder or something that's trying to maximize your time on a day-to-day basis, right? Because there's a million other things you've got to do. But now we all have to be content producers on top of it, right? So it's like whatever your real job
Right?
is, you also have to be a full-time content producer.